The Israeli Defence Force has released a video walking through the main Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza, showing what they say is evidence that it was being used as a base by Hamas. Long been suspected, but this is new. Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Conricus toured the building in a 7-minute video showing weapons caches, grab bags filled with ammunition. The video also displayed explosives, Hamas-branded flak jackets and firearms being stored in cupboards alongside medical equipment.
Inside the very same cabinet that houses medical equipment, you can see all kinds of standard military medical stuff. We found another go-to bag, this bag here. And again, we opened it up in order to make sure that it's safe to touch and show. So please don't give me any of that. You opened it up and you placed it there. This is the bag that we found, and this is the stuff that was in it. Now, there's insignia, military insignia, a knife. For those of you who read Arabic, you'll be able to understand what it says here. But it's Hamas, the military wing, Kataib al-Qassam, of course a vest with equipment, and as always an AK-47, standard gear, grab and go, which they thought would be a good place to store inside a hospital.
Very interesting to know what might be underneath that hospital now. Perhaps that will come, perhaps it won't, we shall see. The raid has been criticised by humanitarian organisations who call it unacceptable and say Israel must do more to provide aid to civilians. Sky's Dominic Waghorn has this report.
Israel has long claimed Al-Shifa is a Hamas headquarters as well as a hospital, but this is the first time it's sent tanks and troops in to raid it. It said it was acting against Hamas, but has only released footage showing troops delivering medical aid. Away from here, Palestinians say the Israelis opened fire inside the hospital complex and damaged parts of its buildings with explosions. Meeting troops near Gaza, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was making no apologies for sending troops and tanks into a hospital.
We were told that we would not reach the outskirts of Gaza City. We arrived. We were told that we won't enter Shifa. We entered. And in this spirit, we say a simple thing. There is no place in Gaza that we will not reach.
Palestinians say Al-Shifa has already been attacked in recent days, claiming this was the damage. Israelis deny that, saying there was no fighting inside its compound today. Humanitarian groups are condemning the operation. The World Health Organization says it was unjustified.
Israel's military incursion into Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza City is totally unacceptable. Hospitals are not battlegrounds. We're extremely worried for the safety of staff and patients. Protecting them is paramount. WHO has lost contact with health workers at Al-Shifa Hospital.
During this war, Al-Shifa has become a symbol of Palestinian resilience, a sanctuary for thousands from Israel's bombardment, where doctors have battled the odds to save many lives. But Israel says it has a dark side too, harbouring Hamas fighters and facilities. Israeli forces have also attacked another hospital further north, claiming to find weapons and explosives both there and in Al-Shifa. Hamas denies using either hospital for military reasons. Gaza's hospitals have all suffered. Last month, many died in a blast at the Al-Ali hospital. The IDF says this raid is within a specified area of the sprawling complex at Al-Shifa. It's called on all Hamas members within the hospital to immediately surrender. We've been trying to phone doctors at Al-Shifa all day, but they've been impossible to reach. Palestinian health authorities on the West Bank have condemned the operation as a crime. Under the rules of armed conflict, Israelis must present convincing evidence the site was being used for military reasons to justify moving in on a hospital. The Israeli government insists it's doing what it can to protect civilians and help patients at Al-Shifa, delivering some aid. But aid organisations say it isn't nearly enough. What is needed is a pause in fighting, lasting days to let in desperately needed help.